let's try this. We're all clear. Yeah, the suspenders are going to bother me. Yeah, I like it. I like the, I think the camera's pointing a little bit far too down. Wouldn't that be funny if I had the camera, if I have the lens cap on it? Let's take a look. Nope. Yeah, this is going to be great. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. Tony here. It's been a long time. It's been, I don't know, maybe 4 months since I've posted a video. Well, so back in, give you a quick update. So back in August, I had my right hip replaced. So the recovery on that was 3 months. So I'm in the 4th month right now. Feeling good. The hip feels great. Everything looks good. Hand is actually feeling better. I can almost make a tight fist. You know, I should have really. These doctors know what they're doing, and you know, they kept saying, "Wow, that's great improvement," and I'm going, "It's screwed up. It's never going to be the same again." But it is getting. It's coming back. So, yeah, that's all good news. I've done quite a few things on the bike, so I'm getting ready to go to Alaska in June. So this is actually the first real ride that I've been on since the surgery. I've ridden the bike here and there, but I haven't really like gone on any endurance rides or anything. So I'm just starting out with this a short ride here, you know, couple hours just to get my wheels back underneath me and see how everything is working, and then also to build up my endurance. So I'm testing gear. I got this new camera here, you know, a new audio setup, so I have no cords or anything going on, and we'll just see how that works. I think the angle on my camera right now is a little bit too low, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. I'll have to get off the bike to do that. But I think this is about where I want it to be, right there. So it's got to come up a little bit. But I'm really digging the new helmet. It fits great. It actually fits better than any helmet I've had. Usually by this time I'm starting to feel the pressure and just a little bit uncomfortable. I don't even know I have the helmet on. So yeah, so I'm trying out gear. I'm trying out my new riding gear. So I have the Climb helmet, which I'm loving. I have the Rivet Gore-Tex jacket and pants matching set, and then I have the hot wire jacket underneath, which is keeping me really nice and toasty. And I have these Climb, these are waterproof gloves right here, so they'll be good for when I get those showers. And even with, you know, I do have heated gloves, which I'll have for when I run into the really cold, if I do. But these will be fine because I have my heated grips on and my hands are toasty. It's 62 degrees out, so that's about what I'm expecting the high to be. Probably the low will start out in the 30s and warm up, or it could stay in the 40s all day. I meant to get out earlier today, but you know, I'm just getting the bike together and everything going and getting all my gear set up. But I will be doing some cold weather riding. You know, hopefully we still have some more cold weather. I think that might have been it. But now we're going to be in the 70s again. But either way, I mean, I could already tell this is going to be a good setup. I have my wool socks on. I have my new Rivet boots, and they're waterproof and they're comfortable. They're warm. I think the only heated things I'm going to need are my heated gloves, my heated grips, my heated seat, and my heated jacket, and I'm going to be as toasty as can be. So yeah, Alaska in June. So I have 5 months to get the bike together. The bike's pretty much together, but just to get me and the bike together to where we're both functioning as one, and then get some endurance rides on me. And then we're just, you know, that time's going to fly by. Next thing you know, we're going to be headed off to Alaska. So there's a quick update on that. I did do some upgrades on the bike, which we'll head back into the shop and I'll show you where those are. All right, so we're back in the shop, back into the butterfly cave, and we're going to go ahead and go over some of the stuff that I've added in preparation for Alaska. So first things first, is going to be these highway pegs by Altrider. They're pretty heavy duty. I like the adjustability, and they're pretty sturdy for your foot. So I really like those. Second is the brake. So this is my parking brake. I put it up here so that I can just set it while I'm on the bike, and it locks my rear brake, so I'm not going to be rolling or off camber or anything like that. So that, and then we'll move up to the front here, and we've done the headlight covers. So for any rocks, Alaska's got a lot of dirt roads and a lot of traffic sometimes. So got those, and then I also got the covers for the radiator, Altrider. So radiators are protected. And then I did something else here. So I got a riser for the fender. So it takes it up about 3/4 of an inch. You can see this is where it normally would be, and then now it's up here. I forget who I got that from. It's off eBay, but it was a pretty simple thing to install, and I think that extra amount of space is going to be good if I run into any mud. I don't want a full-on high fender. I just don't like the look of it on the Africa Twin. So so that's pretty much all I've done, plus maintenance where I've tightened everything and done all that kind of stuff with the crash bars and so on, and all my everything's up to date and maintenance wise. I did so there's the brake right there installed and I just ran the cable up the way it normally goes and just ran it I think over through here and over to the other side there. I got the new tires, so these are the Dunlop Trail Max Mission, which will get me to Alaska. So once I get to Alaska, I'll be switching tires, but these will be good for now until I get to Alaska. And then I did put a new chain and sprocket. Actually both the chain, I'd say that the sprocket wasn't really needed to be changed, but I started noticing that I was losing some O-rings, so I went ahead and put this on. New chain. It's just a stock, everything's stock, stock front sprocket. But that's pretty much it for what I've done to the bike as far as getting ready. Now I am playing around with some of my mounts and stuff for the phone and so on, and we'll do some tweaking on luggage and things like that. But otherwise, she's pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to be, tuning myself up with the bike, and I did leave the shifter on because I figured it's not going to hurt to have it, so I'm keeping it for now. It's one thing that if I ever have an issue with it, I can easily remove it in the field and just convert back. There's a little process you do to deinstall it, so I'll bring that with me just in case. But otherwise, yeah, she's almost ready. A few little tweaks here and there. Get my dash cam, that stays, that's permanent, and that's about it that I can think of. I'll probably end up tweaking a few other things. Got all my heated gear set up, and yeah. All right, so some of the things I do want to go over is all the modifications I've done on the bike. I've had it for almost 3 years now, or 3 years, and we'll just start back here. So I added these lights, which gives me additional brake lights and turn signals, and then I can tap off of these and then do my turn signals. Of course, the Tusk racks, they have held up really well. I've dumped this bike so many times, and they're just, they have not wavered. Of course, the Moto Madness replacement of the master cylinder here for the rear brake. and that goes up to my rear brake right here. That's a full hydraulic brake. The alt-rider crash bars with the alt-rider skid plate, and all of those, yeah, they're a little scratched up. You know, I've dropped this thing a dozen times, and it's fine. No issues. This right here is the, what do they call that? That's the screen riser, you know, to go up and down. And that is from a company in Germany. I forget the name of it, but it's in one of my videos. That was a really good thing. And then the other good thing was the alt-rider, whatever they call this, it's a support for the windshield. So that really helps. That, you know, it lets me mount things to it. And that's almost a must-have, because I mount my Garmin and so on, and it really does make this a solid connection. We got the bark busters. What else do we have? We have the mirrors, and then we have the heated grips. So that's my heated grips, and this is my cruise control, the MC Cruise. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I do have the dampener here, and it does make a big difference. You know, it makes a difference at speed. It makes a difference off-road. I like it. I haven't really tested it out, but so far I like it. I have the vibration-free lock, the quad lock for my phone, and I did put these risers on. So I did a little. What did I do on this? Yeah, this is the riser right here. So I rose it's only like 3/4 or whatever. It's not a lot. It's less than an inch. And that works. I didn't have to change anything or do anything. Let's see what else. Yes, I have my tire monitoring system right here. I have my garage door. Let's see what else. Yes, I put these on a while back, and I like the fact that they're not like black. I wanted to keep this white. And then we got the Corbin seat. The Corbin seat has been wonderful. Really quality, very comfortable, easy to put on. It's heated seat, nice and wide. I love it. You don't even know you have a seat, and that's the best part about it. I did do the aftermarket Camel kickstand, so it's an all steel kickstand, and then I used my good old Tusk footprint there. I did add the center stand. Let's see what else. And then, so this horn, that's really good. The Denali horns for clearing livestock or clearing buzzards or anything that you see on the road, and for the occasion where you actually need to wake someone up. The other thing I have is I converted the box, whatever the toolbox or whatever this was. So I have right here is my, how I can read my voltage. Plus I have 2 USBs there. For that, I have this is my charging jack right here. So this, I can jump the bike or I can charge it. And then these are 2 auxiliaries. So one auxiliary runs all the way back to here for USB. And then the other auxiliary is a cigarette lighter for charging some of my batteries, like my Jackery and my CPAP. Let's see, what else? I know I'm forgetting something here, but yes, we already talked about this. We already talked about this modification. And so the Baja Design lights, those are the Quad Pro. Really like these. And then what I did is I got the amber, but I also have the amber cover, which is a rock protector, but it's still amber. So you can get it in white, or you can get it in black if you need to black it out and someone's telling you can't have lights. And let's see, I think that's about it for the frame. And I mean, I really haven't done a whole lot, but I have done quite a bit, you know. So the wheels, a lot of people ask me about these tubeless rims that I got, and you know, they're a bargain price. I mean, yes, there's better ones out there that are going to be center spoked, and you know, they're going to cost you $2,500 to $3,000 and take over 6 weeks to get. Well, I got these in less than a week for $1,600, and they have really held up, I will have to say. I've taken this on the white rim in Moab, Utah, and I have had no issues with it. Let me unlock my brake here. See, my parking brake. I've had no issues with them. I just recently had them checked, so when I got these new tires put on, I asked them to please check the spokes, make sure everything's good, and they said everything was fine, so we're good to go. I did add this right here, this chain guard, or you know, it just keeps the chain on the sprocket, so it's, you know, pretty much from here to here, the chain is only flopping over here. I did do the Hyper Pro spring, and I did do the Hyper Pro springs up front, which really made a big difference. I did put aftermarket good seals in when I had that done, and then I have this boot for the dust, which is a must to have, especially if you're doing stuff like Alaska. I did do the Hell. All of these are solid lines, stainless steel lines for the front and back brake. Trying to think if there is any rubber anymore. I don't think there is, because the way it's set up in the I'd have to go back and look, the way it's set up underneath the seat here, everything's pretty much hardwired up to that point underneath here where they all come together. It's solid pipe. Let's see what else. I know I'm missing something here, but I think that's about all I've done to the bike. You know, the brake lines, the springs, the crash bars, trying to keep it as, I guess, as stock as possible without like doing the upper fender and changing the muffler and the headers and doing all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I absolutely love the bike, and it's done me really good, and I'm sure it will do me really good over there in Alaska. So next up is I need to start getting it set up for Alaska as far as gear. Video will probably be when I get my trailer and have my luggage and start doing some test runs with that. I'll have some rides here and there. So just for this bracket, I just made this out of stuff I had around. So I had some 1/8 inch aluminum stock, and then I had this little mount here. This actually threads into, and the only thing I'm going to do is put a wire nut on here. I mean, not a wire nut, a nylon nut on the end of these once I know exactly where I want it. And again, I'm probably going to move it just a little bit forward. The only thing about moving it forward is that as you move forward, it lifts this higher, and right now it's in the perfect position. I did mount it here before, but I didn't like the position of it. Yeah, so yeah, I did come through right here. So I came through over there, across here, through the horn, up through here and up through there. It's all stock. I didn't have to get anything specific for that. So yeah, Iron Butterfly is getting ready for Alaska. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Follow me, because I will be going to Alaska. Subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios, amigos.